we will discuss it. The RFA liaison is required to attend age-appropriate trainings by the DOE. Each principal must designate at least one staff member, hereinafter referred to as the SHP, or Sexual Harassment Prevention Liaison, to whom reports by students or staff members of a student-on-student sexual harassment can be made, and who serves as a resource for students and staff on this issue. The Sexual Harassment Prevention Liaison is also required to attend training provided by the DOE. So Chancellors Regs A831 and A832 reporting procedures, right? So you as staff, we as staff have a responsibility to report this, right? And so any student, this is for students, the staff one is in the next slide. Any student who believes that he or she has been the victim of discrimination, harassment, intimidation, and or bullying, including sexual harassment by another student, should report the incident to the RFA or the SHP liaison, or to any other school employee, including by submitting a complaint report form to the principal or designee of the RFA or SHP liaison, or any other school staff member. Students who witness or have information of such incidents may report them to the RFA or SHP or any other school employee. Student complaints may be made verbally or in writing, and bullying and sexual harassment complaints may be submitted via online. There's a complaint form link there, and will be forwarded to the alleged victim's school for handling. Frank, next slide. Staff reporting. So this is our responsibility as a staff. Any staff member who witnesses student-to-student discrimination, harassment, intimidation, and or bullying, including sexual harassment, or who has knowledge or information or receives notice that a student may have been the victim of such behavior by another student, is required to promptly orally report the act to the RFA or SHP liaison, or to the principal designee within 1 day. Okay, so for those of you who are not in my site, right, I definitely advise you to, if you have this kind of information or this type of knowledge of this behavior of student-on-student harassment or sexual harassment, it should go immediately to your local unit coordinator or the assistant principal at your site, okay? And the RFA liaison or the counselor at your local site will be called in, okay? Liaison, or to, right. She must also file a written report with the RFA or SHP liaison, or to make the principal designee no later than 2 school days after making the oral report. So the oral report must come within 1 day. The written report no later than 2 school days. Failure to do so may result in disciplinary action for that staff member, and schools shall keep all written records of these incidents. Parent reporting. So parents may report student-to-student discrimination, harassment, intimidation, and or bullying, including sexual harassment, to the principal or the designee by, and there's a number of ways that they can submit a complaint. Oftentimes, when this happens and parents do have a complaint of this nature, it goes right to the AP at your site or the UC at your site, which is very similar to how staff reports it, right? It goes to the leadership of that individual site, okay? And then the RFA or counselor comes in to discuss it. Frank? Okay. And so the investigation portion, complaints of discrimination, harassment, intimidation, and or bullying, including sexual harassment, must be entered into ORS within 1 school day and promptly investigated. The principal or designee must advise the parents of the accused student of the allegations. The principal designee must also advise the parents of the alleged victim of the allegations, unless the alleged victim informs the principal designee of safety concerns in regard to such notification. In such case, the principal designee shall decide whether to inform the alleged victim's parents following consideration of privacy and safety concern. The principal may consult with their senior field counsel in making this decision. And so, where a complaint was not submitted by the parent or guardian of an alleged victim, the school must notify that student's parent or guardian of the complaint no later than 2 school days after the receipt of the complaint, provided there are no safety concerns. And the school should also document the date on which notification was made. And this is something that our staff and our administration and UCs do as a matter of practice all the time anyway. Okay. Professional development, which is initially something that we're taking part in now, right? You guys are being educated to a minimal extent on these issues, but to promote a safe and supportive school environment for all students, the Office of Safety and Youth Development continues to provide multiple respect for all professional development workshops for school staff, including not limited to, and there's a 2-day workshop, a 1-day workshop on bias curriculum, different grade levels for whatever grade you teach or work with. And so if you're interested, definitely speak to your UC or AP to discuss the possibility of you attending one of these workshops. They are very informative and they're good. So as Ms. Ruda was mentioning earlier on in our professional development series here today, this new anti-hate hotline is designed to provide a streamlined path for students, parents, staff, and community members to report incidents of hate, harassment, and discrimination. This adds an additional overarching reporting pathway to the already established pathways for flagging incidents of bullying and discrimination. And so, Frank, on the next line, we just have the branded slide with the phone number. You may want to take this down, this new hotline that exists to report this kind of activity, this kind of behavior, so that it may be addressed efficiently and as quickly as possible. Okay.